This short video will be another root 5 major 7 chord form and a root 4 major 7 chord form. The song I played in the opening of this video and the previous video is from a favorite song of mine from the 70s, a song called Beginnings by the famous group Chicago. That song is from the early 70s, and I don't play it that often, but when I do, people who know it just really enjoy hearing that. And the reason I played it is because that intro and the verse and most of the song are various root forms of major 7 chords. I started with root 5, major 7 that I'll show you today, to the root 4, that's that intro. And then the root 6 from the previous video, then the root 5 from the previous video. And major 7 chords are really beautiful. And I'll spell the chord. The chord scale degrees are 1, 3, 5, and major 7, not flat 7. So in the key of C, a major 7 chord would be C, E, G, B. In the key of D, let's say, a major 7 chord is spelled 1, 3, 5, 7. It's spelled D, F sharp, A, C sharp, because there's an F sharp and a C sharp in the key of D. And I'll mention this again. I encourage you, if you don't know them, know your key signatures. It's a real easy thing to do with flashcards, just to learn your key signatures. It helps with chord spelling very much, so I encourage you to do that. So, to start with, here's our second major chord form, root 5, on the screen. And this is a little different in that the root is on the 5th string played with your 4th finger. So write this chord in your notebook. So once again, root 5, let's open A, B flat B, C, C sharp D, E flat E. Let's do that E again. So here it is, the chord that was just on the screen, major 7. And because it's an E, I'm going to let open 6th E string ring for us. So that's F major 7, F sharp major 7, root 6 from the previous video, F sharp major 7, F sharp major 7. So there's our, once again, our second root 5 major 7 chord. And also in other videos, I'm going to show us how to even put together chord forms that are not common from piano music. I'll be showing that, and that's very useful when families and clients hand us a hymnal. Can you please learn this song? And we don't have the sheet music, or we don't have YouTube available or whatever. So I'll show you how to do that in the future also. So our last chord for this video, this is root 4 major 7. And once again, I go back to that intro song by Chicago. There's the root 5 that we just learned. There's root 4 in the introduction. And now you can look at root 4 major 7 on the screen. Here for the first time, we have the root of the chord on the 4th string. Now I want to remind us to practice these new chords, put them in songs you already know, and test yourself around the neck. So root 4, we haven't talked about the 4th string. So the E, A, D, G, B, E are the open strings. Once again, E, A, D, G, B, E. So the 4th string open is D, E, A, D. So here's open D. And let's go up chromatically as we've been doing. D, E flat, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, B flat, B, C, C sharp, D. So let's do that major 7 chord form, root 4 that I just showed you on the screen. Let's go to an A, and just lay your fingers. Now this is a perfect example of when you want to practice initially high, because the frets are closer together, and if you're not used to grabbing this chord for muscle memory, grab it high. And move them around a little bit. Then you can play it lower, which is harder. And don't play these 2 bottom strings. There's X's on the chord chart, if you remember. X means do not play those strings. And before I leave us today, I just want to remind us, the chords we're learning here really quickly, put them in songs you know, or practice them. For instance, here's a C major 7. Find a C major 7, root 4. You know, test yourself. There's a D major 7, root 5. Try to find a root 4, D major 7. So, put them in songs that you know already, and just test yourself around the neck to play different root names of these chords we've been learning so far. And just as a reminder, music from the 70s is very useful for clients ages 40s, 50s, and 60s. And I see those age groups of people I work with in hospice settings, physical rehab, hospital settings, MRDD settings, drug and alcohol treatment, and psych. So those are a lot of populations. So learning music from the 70s, any music we can learn by famous bands, famous artists, we can get a lot of use out of.